All right, we're gonna cook some pasta today. We're gonna look at the right way to cook pasta. It's very easy because we've got a nice steam jacketed kettle. We've got this kettle about 1/3 of the way full with water. The water's rolling. Right now we have a little bit of oil in that kettle, but we don't have any seasoning. And if we don't put any seasoning in that water, then our pasta is gonna taste like water. And our secret ingredient to the water, in order to give the pasta a lot of flavor, is this Miner's Herbes de Provence. It has a lot of herb flavor. And we have about 10 gallons of water, so we're gonna take about a cup of this, and we're gonna put it right into the water. And it's gonna perfume that water up, and it's gonna taste great. And if the water tastes great, then our pasta is gonna taste great. So we're just gonna take some pasta today, we're gonna sprinkle it right in. We put a tiny bit of oil in the water, just a little bit. The oil continually floats on the surface of the water, prevents the pasta from sticking. As soon as the pasta goes in the water, it has to go through that oil barrier in order to get to the water, so the raw pasta always gets coated with a tiny bit of oil, which helps to prevent it from sticking. Now we have water that smells great, tastes great, has a little bit of salt in it, and it's going to flavor that pasta. Keep in mind that raw pasta has no flavor. Really, that's all it is flour. A little bit of oil, a little bit of egg. Everybody knows that raw pasta has no flavor. So if you don't season the water, you're gonna come up with pasta that has no flavor. So always make your pasta taste great so that it doesn't have to have a sauce. That way when you do sauce it, it just tastes even better. Better that you check 2 or 3 than lose a whole batch. And it's done, it's good. So we'll just reach in here, grab out some pasta, and remember, we're gonna reheat this pasta. If you're making pasta for a pasta salad, cook it a tiny bit more. But if you're cooking it for a hot dish, it's okay to undercook it a tiny bit. So you can see our pasta now has a good aroma. Small bits of herbs are stuck to the pasta, a lot of flavor. We're gonna take this, put it in our blast chiller. Our water is already ready for our next pasta. And just remember, if it's fresh pasta, it's gonna cook a lot faster than dried. Thanks for joining us today as we learn how to cook some pasta. We're gonna make a nice dish today. It's called Pad Thai. It's from Thailand, and Pad Thai is actually the 5th most popular street food in the world. Pad Thai is traditionally made with the noodles, shrimp and or chicken, scrambled eggs, scallions, and today we're gonna look at some broccoli, some grated carrots, and maybe some peppers as additional accompaniments. We made up a Pad Thai sauce right here. And this sauce is easy to make. And this sauce is the key to Pad Thai. It takes a long time to make this sauce. It has a lot of ingredients. Kaffir lime, Thai red curry, galangal. It's pretty difficult to make, but we have some good ingredients right here. We started with Miner's Thai red curry sauce, and this has almost all the ingredients you need. We just added a little bit more Thai fish sauce, a little bit more lime juice. In this case, we used roses. We might recommend an unsweetened, fresh lime juice. And we added a little bit of Miner's cilantro lime concentrate. We asked the customer what they might like in their dish. In this case, 6-ounce ladle of sauce. In this case, our customer chose a little shrimp, a little chicken, a little broccoli, a little carrots. We throw it all in there. We added our sauce. Already could be hot. And really that's all there is to it. We just stir it up, let it simmer, let it come to temperature. We could always add a tiny bit more sauce if we need to. We also always like to have a little bit of Miner's chicken broth on hand or vegetable broth in the off chance that we want to thin it out or in case we need it to cook something. Depending upon the temperature of the burner and the temperature of the pan, really we only need to simmer it about 2 minutes. Those noodles are almost done. A lot of the ingredients are pre-cooked and they're blanched. That's all we have to do to get it ready. Some chopped mint if you have it. And maybe some fresh cilantro to finish it off. Or you can let the customer add all those items at the end if they like. You can have a finishing station, a condiment station, where they could sprinkle more fish sauce, more soy sauce, or maybe some chili garlic sauce. We have some right here. They could take a little bit of chili garlic sauce, and the customer could drizzle that on to finish. That way they can make the dish exactly their own. And that's it. It's pad thai. It's popular all over the world. People love it. It's healthy, it's quick, it's hot, and it's great. Hi, we're back, and this time we're gonna make that great Italian dish that we all love, but not all of us know how to make, and that's risotto. True Italian risotto, it does take a long time to make, 45 minutes to an hour. You have to have the right rice. It's a very tedious procedure, but it is a great product that we all love to eat. So right now we're gonna learn how to make risotto really fast, really easy, with the ingredients that we have on hand. We're gonna take our risotto right here, which is just a traditional risotto made with 100% arborio, Chablis, has all natural products, and it's 95% cooked. And all we have to do is finish it. And right now I'm gonna show you exactly how easy it is. We have a hot pan on the stove. We ask the customer what they'd like to have. They'd obviously like to have risotto because it's our special today. We're gonna put in 6 ounces of risotto, and the risotto is immediately gonna bubble up. We're gonna ask the customer what they like. We'd like to have some tomatoes. We like to have some ham, and perhaps today we like to have peas. That's a classic combination. We're gonna stir it into our risotto. Our risotto's already nice and hot. We're just gonna stir it up. The temperature of the vegetables might cool the risotto down, but we have a good pan. We have some good heat here. Now, in risotto, we can put in any number of things: shrimp, chicken, lobster, saffron, artichoke hearts are typical, bacon's really nice. Fresh spinach would be very good, and obviously some basil, some pesto. We're gonna take our bowl. Right here we have a tasting bowl. We can sprinkle it with a little bit of basil, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. We have some right here. Or we can let the customer do it themselves. There it is. It's really fast. It's really easy. Sorry it wasn't that much more complicated, but with the products that we have on hand, it's very easy. We're gonna go eat this right now. Okay, here we are back in the kitchen, except this time we're gonna make chicken. We're not just gonna make any chicken, we're gonna make a great roast chicken. We're gonna show you how to make 2 different types of marinade. We're going to do a cinnamon chipotle dry rub, and this is a roasted garlic, lemon, and herb wet marinade. 2 terrific ways, 2 different ways to season up rotisserie chicken. So let's get started. We have a nice marinade right here. What I made was a roasted garlic, lemon, and herb marinade. We took roasted garlic, flavor concentrate from Miners, 3 pounds of garlic, go to make 1 pound of this roasted garlic concentrate. And we took some of our herb de Provence standby. We added a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of black pepper, and a little bit of olive oil. So you can make this marinade up in advance, and it's gonna last for a long time. You can either put the chicken in a small bowl with just enough marinade to marinate half a dozen chickens and just move it around, or you could brush it on if you wanted to. It might be a good idea to save some marinade so that you could open up the rotisserie and brush it with some fresh marinade halfway during the roasting process. That's something that we'll touch on when we get the rotisserie all set up. Right now, I'm just gonna take my chicken and I'm gonna put some gloves on. I'm gonna remember to get a little bit on the inside. There was a roasted garlic lemon chicken that was on the menu at Hammersley's Bistro in Boston. It's been on the menu for 20 years. He'd have to close the restaurant if he took it off the menu. We're gonna show you another type of rub, which is a true rub, and we're just gonna use a dry rub. In this instance, we're gonna try a chipotle cinnamon rub. So put some in a separate container. Remember to sprinkle some in the cavity. That's very important because the flavor inside the cavity permeates the rest of the chicken. And then sprinkle the chicken liberally with some seasoning, making sure that you get all around the legs, under the wings, and all around the back. Don't ignore the back, and don't just set the chicken up in a pan and sprinkle it onto the breast. This rub, because it has salt in it and herbs and seasoning, it's gonna cure the chicken, and the flavor's gonna soak in, and salt is gonna be the way that it does that. We can do these in advance. The flavor will really start to permeate. We can skewer them on our long skewer, throw them in the rotisserie. This will be a nice golden brown. It'll have plenty of flavor. It's a different type of marinade, but it works just as well. And that's it for seasoning chicken. Pretty easy, and I'm looking forward to coming by and trying some.